You may already be living beautiful, but these will get you living le chic. Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, we're talking about some life-changing home hacks that will make your life easier and get your home looking more beautiful, like me. Now we've got a number of things to get through, so let's get into the video. Now the first life-changing home hack is the easiest of the bunch, and well, depending on the person you are, it may or may not be the easiest of the bunch, but it is getting on a schedule and getting into a routine. This is all about maintaining your home, keeping it clean, and giving you some free time also. Every time I do a video about things that make a home luxurious or beautiful, you all comment and say a clean home is a beautiful one, is a luxurious one, and I absolutely agree. But not everybody can devote all of the time they need to maintaining and taking care of their house and their home and everything. So I find that when I schedule my time and I put in an hour a day into cleaning my home, it's actually very easy to maintain, keep everything clean, and keep the space looking and feeling fresh. The reason for that is because 1 hour a day is 7 hours a week. That's an entire day's worth of work, all broken up over the course of the week, meaning I don't feel overwhelmed and I don't feel rushed. I don't have to devote an entire day to doing something that is maybe not the single most fun thing in my life. Maybe get your family involved in some of the housekeeping and maintenance items you need. Put the kids to work, get them doing something. Hey, I'm trying to train Linus how to mop the floors. It's not going well, but you know what? The struggle is what it is, and eventually we'll get there. Another little hack tip you can use to get your home looking and feeling beautiful and clean and luxurious at all times is actually to bring in a cleaning service at intervals during the year. Maybe for spring and winter, you have a service come in and deep clean your house. Well, then you're only maintaining the space in between those cleans, which makes it a lot easier and a lot faster. And it means that you don't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting that really is not the fun part of maintaining your home. Now, the next hack I love for a luxurious and beautiful home is actually the puck light sconce hack. I love this because layered lighting is always really beautiful, but the hack is great because having sconces wired in is not easy, it's not cheap, it's not inexpensive, and it's not a clean job. If you are living in a 2-story house, for example, having sconces wired in means you're gonna have to cut open drywall, you're gonna have to have an electrician out and a drywaller, and then you're gonna have to patch and hope everything looks great, and then have a painter come out to fix everything. That's a lot of work for some lights, but adding in this little hack means it's so much easier and so much more affordable, and you can add in a sconce anywhere you want, and if you don't want them, you take the sconce down. And I guess if you move, you could take the sconces with you. Love that for you. If you're in a 1-story house, maybe your electrician can tap into something through the attic or whatever, but that also has a big expense to it. And this puck light sconce hack is really easy, it's DIY-able, it's affordable, requires no wiring or electricity. It's literally just a little light with batteries in it that has a remote control. Love that. It's a great way to bring sconces. It's a great way to bring in some accent lighting to the space because layered lighting always looks and feels luxurious. And I will actually link some of my favorite puck lights in the description box down below. Now the next hack is a personal favorite of mine and one that I definitely invented, or maybe I didn't invent, but I came up with, and it's from the creative mind of LeChic, and I love that for me, is my attic pull tassel hack. Basically, the long story of this is when we moved into this house, the attic pole was this like little white rope, and it was like gross. It had been there forever, and it was not LeChic approved, not acceptable. It was not staying. So I was looking at it one day and I was like, I should put a knob there that's really beautiful. And then I realized after I did that, I couldn't reach it. So I tied this beautiful silk French blue tassel onto the knob, and let me tell you what, it is a statement piece. It is gorgeous, and I absolutely adore this. And I'm a huge fan of having tassels on like door handles and knobs because it's actually a really great way to add a pop of color in an area that maybe needs it, but you don't want to paint, you don't want to add a piece of furniture. You can tie 2 spaces together. You can bring a little bit of an accent color into a space with some of these tassels. Now I'm going to link my favorite in the description box down below, and the one I've been showing pictures of, because I absolutely adore this. I love this hack, and it's a great way to turn something that's necessary into something beautiful. Everything doesn't have to be utilitarian, but it does have to be useful, and I absolutely adore this. This is my favorite hack. I'm obsessed with these tassels. As a matter of fact, I've been tying them on all of these door handles all over the place. It's a little bit much, but I absolutely love it. Love this hack. It's a great way to turn something ugly into something really beautiful, but still useful. Now, one of the things you all love about this channel and love about my recommendations is that I very much am a lazy person and I don't want to have to clean things that are unnecessary. So when I give a piece of advice, it usually revolves around what amount of work does it take to take care of something? And that is the next hack. Design out the mess. Design your space in a way that is more convenient for you to maintain. Something I always recommend is bringing your cabinetry to the ceiling. Yes, it's visually stunning, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and you get storage, but you don't have a top of a cabinet to clean. That means your job is easier. It means there's less dust buildup for you to take care of. That's a great way to design out the mess. Another thing we're thinking about is looking at the items you are using, the features you are bringing into your home, and deciding whether or not you're willing to maintain them. For example, a lot of you comment and say you don't like glass shower enclosures because they have to be cleaned. Well, a shower curtain also has to be cleaned. So which of those two is going to be easier for you? For me, having a squeegee in the shower is more than enough to keep my glass clean. Maybe for you, having the plastic shower curtain that you can take down and, I don't know, put in the washing machine is easier. That's something worth considering, and it's up to you to decide if that's right for you. But designing around your space and designing out the mess of the space means there's less to take care of and more time for you to enjoy the space. What it comes down to is prioritizing the things that are important to you. Maybe you love glass shower enclosures and marble, and maybe they're a little bit more high maintenance. Are you willing to take care of them? Or are you wanting to opt for something that's lower maintenance but maybe doesn't have the same visual appeal? Look at what is right for you and consider what amount of work you are willing to put into maintaining something. Why don't you share with me in the comment section down below one high maintenance item in your home that, yes, you know it's high maintenance, but you are willing to take care of it. It's worth it for you. Share with me because I want to hear from you. And while we're on the topic of feedback, take a moment now and hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Join the LeChic fam because your support means the world to us. The next genius hack that will make your home and your life more beautiful is actually the paintable outlet cover. When you have a gorgeous color in your space or you have that super minimal sleek style, the one thing that always stands out that messes up the picture, that messes up the space that your eye goes right to is that glaringly white outlet. And you all comment about this all of the time, so I am going to link for you in the comment section my favorite paintable outlet cover. These are great because they slip right into your outlets and you can paint them to match. There's also some available that they have holes for the outlet and you can then paint those as well. The ones that cover the outlets completely though are actually like child safe, so that's a great bonus feature. I mean, I don't really have that problem personally. Cornelius, Albert, Linus, they're a little bit more of like they're gonna chew on something versus stick a metal object into an outlet, but maybe you have a different situation, I don't know. But I absolutely adore these because you can get that really, really clean look and finish to a space without having to do something like paint your actual outlets, which is a major fire hazard, super unsafe, and you don't wanna be the person that does that because then no, I love these because they really clean up a space. They make it look so beautiful and sleek, simple, minimal, and it's gorgeous, especially in a traditional space where having that white outlet is like, ooh, or if you have a really vibrant color on your wall, you just don't want to be the person that has like this one random little thing that stands out and that ruins the entire vibe of the space. The next hack that I love for making a home look beautiful is actually adding architectural features. This is of course great because architectural features are gorgeous. I love paneling, I love molding, I love a chair rail, but it's also really amazing because it can reduce the amount of physical items or objects you have to have in a space. If you like a more minimal style or you are concerned about the maintenance, the upkeep of having a lot of stuff, because the more stuff you have, the more stuff you have to dust, I'm not the one. With an architectural feature, you don't actually have to bring something into the space that doesn't need to be there. You can still get the visual interest of having an item without actually having it, you can have the beautiful feature that will create the visual interest you need, and it's also a little bit lower maintenance. It tends to also be a lot more affordable to install molding, a chair rail, or applied moldings to your wall than it is to buy an expensive statement piece of furniture. Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds like it's a little bit more affordable, and it's also something that will add the beauty to the space, will make the space visually interesting. You can paint it all the same color as your wall, and you get a lot of visual texture that way, which I think is really gorgeous. Don't underestimate the power of an architectural feature in your space, no matter what your style is. The next hack is actually to look for convenience items that will eliminate tasks you hate to do. One of my favorite items is actually this quick release toilet seat. Now, any home I am working on, I always change out the toilet seats because it's just a thing. But I always switch them out with these quick release toilet seats because it makes cleaning so much easier. Nobody wants to go to your house and see like dust or whatever under your toilet seat, around the rim of your toilet. It's gross, it's weird, we need to keep it clean and keep it fresh. But one of the hardest places to clean is around the bolts, around where the toilet seat attaches to the actual toilet, because you really can't get in there with a wipe or rag. I mean, you can spray it, but then you can't get the spray out of it. Gross. I hate that, which is why I'm all about the quick release toilet seat. Basically, these have bolts that secure into the porcelain part of the toilet, and then the seat clips onto them, and there's like a turn lock, and then you just turn it and it pops off and you can clean it. This is really great and really convenient for those of you that are involving your kids in maintaining their spaces, because if something is hard to do, it usually doesn't get done or doesn't get done well. And I'm not the one. I want things to be simple, clean, and easy to take care of, because then I know it will actually get done. And this is just so convenient. Anybody could do this to pop the toilet seat off and clean behind it. I will link these for you in the description box down below. These are my favorites. They're made in America. They're wood. They're actually like a really good quality product. They don't shift or wiggle or whatever. That's always really important because it makes the space look luxurious, feel clean, because you know it's actually a job well done. The next hack I love for a home that will make it more beautiful, luxurious, is actually what I like to call the hero piece. Basically, this means the piece you went into the room for. In your bedroom, it's your bed. In your living room, it's your sofa. In the dining room, it's your dining table. These are the pieces that make the most impact, that usually are the most used in a space, and that are probably the best for you to invest in. Why is that? Because they get the most use. You want them to have the most durability, and I love to take the time to find the correct piece, the perfect item that's going to have the longevity you need. I often recommend looking for vintage items, usually because they're a lot more accessible, especially with everything that's happening with product delays right now. They're also the most sustainable and environmentally friendly items to source, but they've also had the longest life, meaning that they've probably been durable for that entire life, meaning you're gonna get the most life out of them as you go forward. If you are looking to buy new, take the time to save up for that really amazing, great quality piece, because in the long run, being cheap is more expensive. The next hack to make your home look and feel more beautiful is all about the entry vista. Vistas are common features in architecture, and it essentially means seeing a site at the end of a long view. Why am I saying the entry vista? Because you want to make sure that when you open that door, whatever is right in front of you is gorgeous, is beautiful. It sets the mood for the entire experience you are going to have in your home. And I'm not talking about the front door. I'm talking about the door you use. Do you enter through the garage? Take advantage of that space, make it beautiful, add a gorgeous wallpaper, a beautiful piece of art, or a console table, make it a mud room. Do what you can to make that entry point into your home the most beautiful, because it sets the mood, it sets the experience you are going to have in your home. If it's a very dark and dingy, kind of stressful, dirty, messy place, that's the experience you're gonna have. I don't want that. I don't want it for you. I don't want it for me. But walking into a really, really beautiful space is always going to make you feel like you're having an experience. And that's what you want for your home. It shouldn't just be a place you live, it should also be a place you enjoy. And listen, you want your guests to have a great experience too, so definitely take advantage of the vista you see when you first open your front door, but also focus on the areas that you use. Now, the next hack for your home to make your space beautiful, to make it feel comfortable, to make it feel personal is to focus less on specific rules and more on you. Why do I say that as a hack? Because I cannot tell you the amount of times I get comments from all of you saying, what's the rule for this? Or what's this? Or how do I do this? Or what would you do in this situation? It doesn't necessarily matter what the specific rule is or what we advise you to do as this is a rule, you have to do it this way. You have to focus on what you want to do in your space. And then when you get stuck in a moment, when you can't figure something out, or if you're like, I love everything that's happening here, but I don't like it, or it's not working perfectly, look back at the rules and say, oh, if I do this, maybe that'll work this way, and then move forward. The rules are a great place for you to fall back on and look towards, but your home is a reflection of you and the way you live and the way you use it. So don't let what I say of my opinions or what trend I do or don't like affect you and your home. Look for what you like. And as a matter of fact, let's talk about trends really quickly, because not every trend is for every space, for everyone, or for every home. We share them online because it's interesting, it's fun to talk about. And for some people's style, maybe something works that doesn't work for you. Don't focus so much on what everyone else is telling you to do, because if you like something, it's great for you. Look to those rules to fall back on and to elevate the space a little bit if you feel you need that. But don't just sit there and follow this rule, that rule, X, Y, Z, because then spaces can become a little bit generic. Don't get me wrong, I love the rules and I share them all the time, but look to yourself and look what inspires you. And if it breaks the rule, then rules are meant to be broken. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And I want to hear from my subscribers, what is one home hack that has changed your life, changed the space, that has elevated and upgraded everything for you? I also know that you know someone that, honey, they could use a hack or two in their life to get their home in order and get it together. They need to get on the schedule because their place is a what? A mess. So be sure you share this video with them, because friends help friends. And I will see you in the next one.